First, overall, just generally, welcome everyone, parents, family, guardians. Thank you very much for carving time out of your day to come and acknowledge our accomplishments here of our 6th, 7th, and 8th graders in Alpha House. And without any further ado, big round of applause for everybody who's able to get here. So today we are going to recognize our quarter 2 accomplishments for our 6th, 7th, and 8th graders in Alpha House. First, our students have done a very good job so far this semester. It's incredible that we're already in the second half of this school year. Our 8th graders have less than a half year left until they transition to a high school experience, and our 6th graders are already closer to being 7th graders than they were 6th, which is amazing. And our 7th graders are almost ready to be the oldest ones here at school. So we're all in a different part, but we're on a downhill for our 19-20 school year. Over the course of this semester, our students have continued to develop relationships with both peers and teachers. They completed performance tasks, experiments, labs. They've applied their thinking, and they seem to make decisions that impact their future every day. They're also taking on new challenges and developing new skills. So our house awards are really built on the 5 pillars that we feel are essential for success. There's leadership, scholarship, and perseverance. Leadership is crucial. This takes many forms. It's not necessarily just someone who's going to stand up in front of others, but it also sometimes means leading by example. And we see a lot of that more and more over the course of the year. We want our students to contribute to the community around them. Last month, we celebrated Martin Luther King Jr. Day as a day of service. As he shared, everybody can be great because anybody can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and verb agree to serve. So we think it's important not just to serve those closest to us, but the community at large. Character is the stuff inside you. When faced with a difficult decision, which all of us are every single day, what's the student going to choose? Will it be the easy way or the right way? We want our students to demonstrate academic achievement and work ethic in the classroom. This means doing excellent work, pushing the bar on assessments and tasks, and general engagement in schoolwork. How do you collaborate with your classmates? Are you willing to stay after school? Are you willing to give up a lunch for some extra help? What are you able to do? It's not just grades, but studying and contributing and demonstrating 21st century skills. We want our students to try their best even when the outcome seems impossible. Perseverance is when you're faced with the greatest challenges, and our students give 100%. So we're going to recognize 3 students in each grade level in Alpha House. A teacher or staff member will come up, describe the criteria for the award, and call the names of the students that won. When all 9 students are up here, we'll give them a big round of applause and grab a quick picture. You're going to hear each staff member say, please hold the applause until the end. Just a quick reason for that, and I asked them to do so. It's just so we're acknowledging everyone's accomplishment equally. Sometimes if we cheer for one and then the next, sometimes one person may get a loud raucous applause and then the other person is very quiet and doesn't get much. The point of the awards is to celebrate all the accomplishments. So we read all 9 names, we get everybody up here, and then we cheer all at the same time. So students, if you're fortunate enough to be recognized with an award today, you're going to come up, shake the hand with whoever is presenting the award, and then you're going to come up. A little bit different, a little higher, careful. We're preparing for Frozen, so we have a little bit different than the past. We've had those boxes up here, so we're kind of working around it, but we have enough for 9. We'll grab a quick picture before we hit that down. Okay, and then when we do perfect attendance, we'll line up. One more, we're also going to recognize perfect attendance. Ms. Sable will talk a little bit more about that, but anyone who's not been tardy or absent for the entire quarter 2, we'll recognize those today as well. Finally, there's a PAWS award. PAWS is our school-wide acronym for PBIS. It is positive interactions, accountability, willingness, and safety. This is a way for our teachers in our Alpha House to recognize that student who did all those little things that we couldn't put our finger on, but just stood above all others. They just did all those intangibles that we just wanted to recognize them, kind of like an MVP or an MVS for the quarter. So we'll recognize that as our quarter 2 PAWS award. There's only 1 per grade level for that. Right? At this time, I'm going to call our first teacher presenter, ELA teacher, Miss Allison Novotny.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Miss Allison Novotny. I'm an 8th grade ELA teacher in Alpha House. Today I have the honor and opportunity to acknowledge Alpha House students who have been recognized by our house members and West Rock's faculty for their leadership. These students have demonstrated the qualities of positive leaders: active and consistent participation, enthusiasm for learning, application of consistent effort, especially when new challenges arise, the desire to help others, and the ability to influence others in a positive way. I will now call up all the winners. If you could please hold your applause until all the students are called. Chris Patino, Molly Ruel, Aaliyah Zamir, Camille Agostino, Christina Asmani, Konstantinos Panagiotidis, Hansel, Daniela Rose, and Mariana Maturi. Congratulations. I will now call up the next presenter, Ms. Simone.
Welcome. My name is Miss Simone. I'm the Alpha House School Counselor. Today I have the opportunity to acknowledge Alpha House students who have been recognized by our house and West Rocks Middle School faculty for their service both inside and outside of school. These students work well with peers and at times mentor other students. They were willing to take on additional responsibilities, volunteer, and assist others both inside and outside of school. This year we have had many opportunities for service, and we will continue to have opportunities throughout the winter and spring. Again, please hold your applause until all 9 students are called. Justin Escobar. Samantha Ramirez. Sophia Tullio. Samantha Sieber. Anthony Zarpa. Sanai Tomlin. Susanna Corona. Ryan Pedraza Sanchez. And Melina Platex. Congratulations. Our next presenter is Mrs. Hibbard for Language Arts.
Thank you. Good afternoon, I'm Ms. Hibbard. Today I have the opportunity to bestow an award upon our Alpha House students who have been recognized by the staff of our school for their auspicious character. These students consistently demonstrate cooperation and fortitude. They never complain. They begin their work without prompting, and they always arrive to class on time. Following our school policies, displaying the highest standards of honesty, integrity, and reliability are top priority for these outstanding examples of West Rock students. Please hold your applause until all 9 students have been called and they have received their certificates. Mia DeJager, Marilyn Grisales, Isabella Hernandez, Maria Davidson, Odalis Garcia Cruz, Ariana Reyes Griffith, Casper Baranow, Diego Barragan, Shirley Lynn. Thank you. Present the next award.
Good morning. I'm Ms. Powell, Alpha House 7th and 8th grade science teacher. Today I have the honor and opportunity to acknowledge Alpha House students who have been recognized by our House members and West Rocks Middle School faculty for their scholarly abilities. These students have demonstrated high academic achievement, specifically on quarterly, semester, or yearly grades, earned a high grade point average, achieved NWEA, NAP, or standardized test growth, or were recommended by a teacher. Again, please hold your applause until all 9 students have been called and they have received their certificates. Jackson Irmo. Aisha Jean Pierre. Christopher Lopez. Caitlin Aguilar. Sahina Pierre. Ryan Russell. Jacqueline Alberto Alvarez. Nathaniel Rosier. And Roman Serena Matson. Thank you. Our next presenter is Mr. Hillman.
Good morning, I'm Mr. Hillman. I teach math. Today, I have the opportunity to
to acknowledge Alpha House students who have been recognized by our House members and West Rocks faculty for their perseverance. Perseverance is the ability and self-control that pushes you to work through challenges. Having perseverance means when you're facing a challenge, you use your mind and your body to overcome it. It means you're able to wait and work through difficulties, whether they have to do with your mind or your body or your emotions. Churchill is quoted as having said, "Continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlocking our potential." These students display a never-give-up attitude and consistently put in above-average effort. Please hold your applause until all 9 students have been called and they have received their certificates. Linda Farias, Declan Mahoney, Eddie Zinn, Lindsay Martinez Paredes, Lady Restrepo, Allison Romero, Joshua Leal, Geraldine McLeod, and Sevi Zerkowski. We will present the award for perfect attendance.
Okay, good morning. I'm going to present perfect attendance. I'm Miss Sable, Alpha House leader, and I teach grade 6 ELA. Perfect attendance means that a student was present every day of school during the second quarter. Every day matters. A famous quote is, "There's no time like the present and no substitute for being present." Be present every day in class, physically and with an open mind. At West Rocks, we value attendance and view it as a building block to student success. We would like to recognize our Alpha students who had perfect attendance for the second quarter. They are, I'm going to start with grade 6, Hussein Almakrad, Angel Adamiz, Emily Dupree, Jackson Irmo, Jessica Kish, Noah Lawrence, Holden Leggett, Christopher Lopez, Joshua Miranda, Anessa Morris, Miguel Sanchez, Jennifer Santos, Mason Stobel, Joniel Valdez, Antonio Gutierrez, Alia Zamir. And that's our grade 6. Let's give a round of applause to grade 6.
I'm going to now announce 7th and 8th grade perfect attendance. Christina Asmani, Dalton Burry, Chris Cabrera Herrera, Timothy Feidel, Alan Fountain, Kimberly Lubin, Lindsay Martinez Paredes, Niana McNeil, Kennedy Nash, Matthew Quintana, Allison Romero, Ryan Russell, Juan Urego, Ashley Zumba, Diego Berrigan, Edwan Garcia Zelaya, Noor Hassan, Shirley Lynn, Jaden Lopez, Mariana Maturi, Ryan Pedraza Sanchez, Ashley Phillip, Melina Pleites, Angelina Ramirez, Genesis Ramirez, Kimberly Rodriguez Garcia, Roman Serena Matson, and Kimberly Yupa. Congratulations.
Okay. Part of the reason we wanted to acknowledge and recognize those students who came every day is, if you think about it, that's not that many students. We have 730 students at West Rocks. It's a lot. Divide it by a third, look around, thereabouts, look around. Out of all of our students, those are the only ones every day and not late to school. It's something we all can do, but sometimes, flu season, it's tough. Right? Trips are tough. Family arrangements, nothing you can do. But we think here at West Rocks, and I know you do too, and those people who work understand it, in order to be successful, you gotta be there, you gotta be present. In order to learn, in order to experience, in order to develop relationships, you gotta be present, you gotta be there. So we wanna recognize it, and we only do one quarter at a time. We did quarter 2, and it's a fresh start for quarter 3 and quarter 4. So we wanna recognize that, because whether our grades are always the best, whether we do really well in the classroom or outside, everyone can show up and be here. And that's a step in the right direction. So we're gonna continue to recognize those perfect attendance as we move forward. All right, we have one more award for the day before we wrap up, and that's our PAWS Award. As I said earlier, this is our PBIS, Positive Behavior Interventions and Support. We're not going anywhere. Guys in the back, if you can just wait just a second, please. You can wait. Thank you. We have one more award. PAWS stands for Positive Interactions, Accountability, Willingness, and Safety. Students are rewarded for demonstrating these behaviors with PAWS cards, and then next week we actually have a PAWS card turn-in, which is an activity we have that once per quarter. So this is that student who kind of stands out above all others for this quarter. And we have one for grade 6, one for grade 7, one for grade 8. We're going to break the rule for this one because there's only 3. So after each person, we are going to give them a round of applause. We'll come on up here for each person. So our grade 6 Alpha House PAWS Award winner is Valeria Munoz Ortega. 7, Paws Award winner, Alpha, quarter 2, Alicia Chacon. Before the 8th grade, I forgot to mention, maybe you saw it as you were signing in behind the glass case. You saw the pictures for our quarter 1 Paws Award winners. We'll recognize those quarter 2 Paws Award winners too as we continue on throughout the year. And our grade 8 Paws Award winner for quarter 2, Ashlyn Acevedo. Okay. I know it's tough sometimes. You know, the point of the award ceremony is to recognize kids in front of their peers. So it's, you ask them to be quiet, but they're excited just because their friends are getting recognized. So it's like double or short of it. It's a challenge. But it's exciting here. Kids cheer for the kids in front of their parents and family members and all those. We try to do this each quarter. All right, before we wrap up, congratulations to all those students who are recognized today, quarter 2. Just a reminder, students can only win twice over the course of a year. You can only win 2 awards, as to hopefully recognize as many kids as possible. And if you didn't win one today, these pillars in attendance are something anyone can achieve. Sometimes you don't always get an A. Sometimes we have an area of weakness that we know is not going to be able to get over the hump this year. But we can all work hard. We can all persevere. We can all do community service. We can all show up. All these areas that you can be recognized in quarter 3. One more big round of applause for our family members and friends who have come out and our award winners. Before we dismiss and head back to class, anyone who won an award and has a family or friend who is here, a family member who is here, want to come down, give them a big hug, take a picture, do whatever you need to do, say hi, at least before you go back to class, please do so. When your class goes out, please come down, say hello to your parent or family member.